Welcome, guys. This is another phase of our discussion. My name is Cleme Karuga, and our guest name is?
Clinton Obaga.
Yeah, Clinton Obaga is a teacher, he's a professional, and also he deals with economics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are going to focus on Western Kenya.
Yeah.
In Western Kenya, we've had a series of politics, a series of let me say backwardness, whereby there was the economics of Western Kenya was expected to shoot, but by design it collapsed. And also we understand that in Western Kenya, that is includes the counties Bungoma, Kakamega, Nyanza. So these are counties, just some of the counties in Western Kenya. And we're going to elaborate on this issue, which is a bone of contention. And also we're going to focus on the collapse of the Mumias, Nzoia, and Webuye pan paper mills. So you are welcome to join us. You are welcome to react on the comment section so that we dissect on these issues. We've had factory downtowns, whereby farming was the economic backbone of the region. So it was a very, very vibrant economy, whereby the people in Western Kenya were growing sugarcane, and sugarcane was used and processed to make sugar, which was being sold in the Kenyan markets. And there are reasons as to why this factory was brought down, and we say that it is by design. So, Mr. Clinton, can you tell us? Will you tell us what you understand, or you have a clue of what was happening in Western Kenya?
Western Kenya specifically, there are some of the issues that is affecting. One of the issues that is affecting here is the high level of unemployment, whereby you find most of the youths don't have the high level jobs.
Yes.
Then the second issue which you have mentioned,
yes.
The collapse of the sugar company, the Mumias, the sugar companies.
Yes.
That is one of the problems that is affecting this region. You can find the reason for the collapse of these sugar companies.
Yes.
Specifically, maybe majorly corruption.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Corruption issues.
Yes.
Some things that is affecting the collapse of these companies. So you find whereby the mismanagement of funds.
Yes.
One of the things is mismanagement of funds.
Yes, financial mismanagement.
Funds management.
Yes.
There are those the cartels who take these funds and their own benefit rather than the benefit of the specific funds.
Okay.
And so this issue linked to politics, where most of the politicians they come into hand and articulate these issues. But we find them when they take into office, they don't they don't put their plans into implementation.
Okay.
The other problem which you mentioned, can you remind me, sorry, the was
Um, yes, sir. We've had. I've said that. Okay, you have really elaborated so well on the reason as to why the Mumias sugar and also all these belts, the Bue pan paper. Remember, we were printing, we were making our own papers, and the Bue pan paper mills was a very huge industry whereby you are making these papers. And in the Nzoia sugar, remember those days, we had those papers. I mean those type of sugar that were written Mumias sugar and also Nzoia sugar, and they used to advertise the industry so well. But it came a time whereby, due to issues that you have discussed, you have said that there was financial mismanagement of these state-owned millers. Remember, these were millers, the Mumias and the rest. They are state-owned, and which left thousands of farmers unpaid, causing stagnation and forcing many to abandon sugar altogether. Remember, these were farmers, meaning they were left aside. They were left aside with the pending bills. Remember, up to date, we usually talk of pending bills. These people were not paid, and many farmers were left in stagnation. And up to date, people are living in poverty. People are living in very shanty conditions. And the other reason was corruption. Corruption. Corruption is this is whereby the monies that were to be channeled in these factories, these industries, so that they will support these factories to produce sugar. This money, it's alleged that it was mismanaged and squandered. The other reason was structural market failures. Remember, market in Mumias, in Kakamega, Bungoma. So whereby specifically Mumias sugar was, and Nzoia sugar mills was, there was no that a good market. So, and you're also talking about bad agricultural policies. Remember, we are in the 21st century, so we should talk about the agricultural policies whereby these people are not able to employ. Um, I can see some people are reacting here, Mr. Clinton. I can see some
yeah,
people are reacting here. They are saying that Candy Bill is saying also talk about the death of pyrethrum factories in Kenya, Ever Ready Company in Nakuru, among other industries that boomed in Nakuru County in her heydays. Yeah, this is true. We've had these industries in Nakuru, as Candy Bill is saying, pyrethrum factories. Remember, in social studies, when you are in primary school, you are talking about pyrethrum. You remember?
yeah.
Yeah, pyrethrum, whereby it was producing pyrethrin, and pyrethrum is a very important commodity which was used in Kenya. And up to date, we've seen that it has really the problem. I mean, the production of pyrethrum has gone down. So these are factories. These are made factories in Nakuru, in each and every part of this country. We've had so many industries, but due to all these reasons that you're talking about, corruption, structural market failures, bad agricultural policies, led to the death of these industries. But there is still hope. Do you think there is still hope in reviving these economics industries?
For the revival of economic industries,
Yes.
uh, you may find that the chances of revival
Yes.
may, might be too low,
Okay.
uh, because I find for them to be revived,
Okay.
uh, majorly the government should chip in
Okay.
and should take part of the role
Okay.
so that it can be revived. But the probability of revival,
Okay.
I think it is very, 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 very low.
Very, very low. Because of even motivation. Okay.
Mhm.
We also have illicit brews in and youth and unemployment. Remember, unemployment rate is very, very high in the Western region. Specifically, we have chosen this region specifically because of so many things that are happening now. And one of them is illicit brews. Illicit brews is rampantly affecting even the central region. The central region.
Yeah.
This whereby there's a sale, according to Nakada report, we've heard that the Nakada report has been reporting issues to do with the alcohol rates of consumption. They are very, very high in Western region. The sale of changa, busa, cheap and cheap spirits. So, what do you say about this?
Well, on the issue of illicit brew,
Mm.
I
Okay,
can uh, I can say that it is affecting most of the Kenyans, especially the
okay,
Kenyans from the low financial background. Uh,
okay,
so, so you find it is affecting most of the families,
okay,
where men who are the leaders of the family in
okay,
terms of taking care of their families, in terms of providing food, in terms of giving quality education to their kids. So you find when these people abuse these drugs, especially
yes,
this taking of changa, which is affecting most of the people. So you
okay,
find out one of the effects that is this issue is bringing. It
okay,
is bringing issue of
okay,
financial decline, whereby you find, assuming you, Mr. Clem,
okay,
uh, assuming you use all your money to buy the changa you drink and you take, I don't take care family. So you find that it can bring a long-term problem whereby you don't have enough finance to save for
mm,
for your long-term planning. And one of the effects this illicit grow is bringing, it
okay,
can affect on how the human thinks ideologically to make decisions. So
okay,
it affects the normal way of the human being, that it affects the normal way of the person might think, the
okay,
person might make decisions which are not rational decision. So you
okay,
find issue is affecting most of the Kenyans, and you
okay,
find that it has brought most of the it can bring even the breakup in families. So you can find most of the families they do break up because of these issues,
okay,
especially your in central Kenya. So
okay,
you find in central Kenya, you find most of these people are using those drugs.
yes,
So you find it's affecting most of the parts of the west central Kenya region.
okay,
And so some time back, I saw a leader from central Kenya. I was trying to address these issues.
yes,
You find these issues, they talk it in public, but
okay,
when you go on the ground, the issues is not being solved,
okay,
because you find these people are continuing to are continuing to take these drugs, the changa, the busa, and all those drugs are not beneficial to human being.
okay,
And I think if the government managed to control the abuse of these kind of drugs, I think it can manage the normal mwananchi, especially most of the men who are the core leaders of each and every family.
Yes.
The government is able to control these issues, and I think the most people will be able to manage the economic status. Thank you.
Uh, yeah, thank you for that response, which is very, very credible, very valid, magnanimous. We're also talking about the recent events whereby we've had a grid and infrastructural failure, whereby I understand that you are in Kakamega, whereby you told me you have the idea that there was the recent whereby there was blackout, and the blackout was caused by the fire, a major fire that happened in the Musaga substation in Kakamega, which triggered widespread blackout outages in Bungoma, Kakamega, Busia, Siaya, and Vihiga counties. So, will you tell me about the Musaga substation?
The fire station actually occurred last week. There was a fire station in one of the stations. So you find
Okay.
when there was fire, most of the parts in Western Kenya was affected. Uh,
Okay.
but the issue was resolved within a span of hours. So the Kenya Power was able to give an alternative way of supplying electricity.
Okay.
Uh, but in that time frame, you see, when the electricity went off, you
All
find
right.
most of the business, they rely majorly on power. So you find there was a financial loss one way or another.
Mm.
But we thank the Kenya Power Company that they went and took an action and they resolved the issue within a span of hours. But the issue has been resolved. But recently, you find the power can go off maybe twice a day or once in a span of 4 days. So
Yes.
I really don't know if this issue can be resolved
Yes.
so that maybe people cannot majorly rely uh, on the Kenya power electricity. You
Okay.
can we can come up with a way
I think
whereby
that comes from the issue of monopolistic market. Kenya Power being a monopolistic market, then it has no competitors.
I think if people can come up with a way of maybe producing their own energy. I remember we have solar power energy
Okay.
where people can decide to use it rather than relying on the electricity from the Kenya Power. And you see, once people can make into use these available energy resources, which is natural in nature, it can save them from financial loss sometimes
Okay.
and can be good as a backup option.
All right. We've had the recent political mobilization, whereby we've had political movements. We've had rallies which were highlighting rural economic grievances and affordable housing levy concerns. So this is whereby we've had the likes of Edwin Sifuna, of Linda Mwananchi. We've had the Tawe movement, which is now preaching that President William Ruto should not be allowed to become the next president. So it has been the region has been on hit in terms of politics. And remember, these people, they are fighting and they are campaigning so that they come back or they be chosen to become the next one of them becoming the next governor or president for that matter. So and I guess that you have met them because you are around there. Yeah, so you also have an issue on to do with the El Nino preparedness. And we understand that there are logistics and evacuation planning of the heavy October El Nino, which is expected to happen in October to December. So, what do you think are the plans? Do you have a boat? Do you have a boat in your house or in your homestead?
No. First, Mr. Kim,
Yes.
let me first talk about on the issue of politics.
Okay.
I heard you mentioned on the Linda Mwananchi, which is becoming more popular in the country, not just in Western Kenya.
Okay.
The Linda Mwananchi movement, which is led by Edwin Sifuna, the Senator of Nairobi,
Okay.
is becoming more popular in Western region. You find most of the locals they are putting their trust in the this presidential aspirant of Edwin Sifuna, and you find that our current president William Samoei Ruto is losing trust among most of the Kenyans.
Mm.
So really, from my point of view, I cannot tell if there is a politician maybe
Yes.
who can come up with a different ideology
Yes.
that help the common community. Because
Yes.
remember, 2022,
Mm.
the current president William Ruto came up with the bottom-up agenda, and
Yes.
that agenda it absorbed most of the Kenyans. The president won. The president managed to convince most of the people to vote for him.
Okay.
But when you look into the for the last 4 years, you can
Yes.
see that bottom-up agenda is not really working
Okay.
because when you find most of the people who are bottom at that time,
Okay.
the bottom in a real way they should be improved in terms of the financial status, in terms of the way of living, in terms of the education level. But now you find most of there is still unemployment in Kenya. The people who are employed, when you compare to those who are unemployed, you
Okay.
find the ratio of employment to unemployment, the ratio of employment to unemployment is an increasing ratio. So you
Okay.
find that brings it brings a lot of problem, and that's why the senator of Nairobi, Sifuna, is now the man who is now trying to convince people that is the one who is able to turn their problems into things that can work out. And
All right.
so we are waiting to see for the next general election that is August next year. We are waiting to see how the candidates are going to express their ideas, and we are waiting to see how the person that may become victorious in that election, how the
Okay.
guy, how the person might be able to evolve through. Thank you.
All right. On the mismanagement and financial issue, we for the viewers, I've seen Gianna Teresa Njoki. She's saying that please can you help the homeless people? I don't know if it's a question or is a point or not we are discussing. On the mismanagement and financial issue, there is corrupt procurement practices. Remember, procurement industry, I've heard that it has been having a lot of issues. Yeah. on the procurement issues. Then overstating accounts and inflated commercial contracts, whereby you are given a contract, you are not doing it in the right time, and also the amount of money that are given, there is no that open accountability. And also there is an productive capital investments, whereby the funding, whereby they are given funds, but there is zero returns, whereby meaning this. Hi, hello guys. Sorry for that mishap, whereby the network got lost, but we're back live. Candy Bill was saying that I know the State House is drafting ways to counter Linda Mwananchi ground-rooted popularity. Yeah, that is normal. That is what is happening. It is still happening, and remember, the State House must counter. It must counter the Linda Mwananchi brigade, so that it reduced its movement, because this is a gubernatorial race. Yeah, so before Sir Clinton comes back, we are going to continue. We are talking about debt accumulation, whereby there are unpaid bills, and these unpaid bills, this it means that there are people who are not yet paid. Those people who supply. Yes, Mr. Clinton, welcome back.
Okay.
Yes, there was a network hiccup, but you're going to continue.
Yeah.
Yes, I was talking about debt accumulation in Western region. Remember, in Kenya, we are full of debts. Each and every corner, debts. And these unpaid bills, it means that in these industries, we have people who supply raw materials, right? Can you hear me?
Sorry?
Yeah. In these industries, I'm saying in these industries, we have people who supply the raw materials, those people who transport contractors, right? The transport contractors, you have input supplies, and so on and so forth. It means that there are people who are not yet paid, and that's why these industries are rate to bounce back to its original phase. We also have cane poaching. Cane poaching, that is whereby we have people who just steals the canes, sugar canes from farms, meaning leaving the farmers in a granting position. Then, of course, we have land fragmentation, whereby the huge, vast piece of land that was set aside for development and industry, it has been fragmented, has been cut to settle families, to settle people who do not have a place to stay. We also have unregulated cheap labor imports, whereby there is market flooding. Understand, Mr. Clinton, you are an economist, and you understand that there is market flooding, whereby there is cheap, exempt, or illicit imported sugar, flooded Kenyan market, which are flooding in the Kenyan market. And we understand that when you can enlighten me on the supply and demand issue.
The supply and demand issue.
Yes.
When the supply and demand, you find when the supply is high,
Yes.
the supply is high and the demand is low,
Yes.
uh, you find we have something that we call a surplus.
Yes.
Surplus is a scenario whereby you have a large quantity of goods.
Okay.
Uh, but now the buyers of these goods, which is the final consumer,
Yes.
they are few. So you find how you once a company encounter that scenario,
Yes.
it might have a financial loss.
Okay.
And on that, the converse now that is when the demand is high, but the surplus is low, or
Okay.
the supply is low. So when the
Okay.
demand is high and the supply is low,
Mm.
so you find this is what one of the things that can lead to inflation, the
Okay.
increase of prices of commodities, especially now when you are mentioning on the Western Kenya sugar companies.
Mm.
You find that most of the times the prices of this sugar, they do go high due to various reasons.
Yes.
So you find these prices go high. Normally, it affects the final consumer, who is you and me.
Yes.
So when these prices go up, so you find the common consumer, who is you and me,
Yes.
now take an alternative way of maybe
Okay.
choosing another brand of sugar, which maybe now it is maybe either imported from Uganda or from any other parts of the country.
Okay.
So when you change into an alternative brand of sugar, and
Okay.
what happens these local sugar companies, they produce the sugar, but they don't get consumed, or the purchase reduces. So you find when this scenario happens, it affects these sugar companies in their capital, in their financial capacity, so you find they do get much affected. So you find these issues of supply and demand, it can affect these sugar companies in one way or another. Thank you.
All right, well explained. Um, we also have high operational costs, production costs. This is whereby we have lack of modernization, and that is why we are talking about the use of old technology, old agricultural technology. We also have heavy politicization, whereby there are cases whereby we have the political patronage, whereby politicians just comes in and they control everything in those industries, whereby we have political cash cows. So this is an issue that has really eaten up the industries in the western region. A kind of and the ripple effect to finish up on this issue, the ripple effect of the downfall of these industries is that Mumias, we have Webuye paper mills and other industries in the western region. They have remained depressed, and those towns now are quiet, where we just have people who do not have anything to do. So it has really affected that region. We also to dissect an issue to do with remind me kindly.
Sorry?
Yeah, we were supposed to discuss something else. I cannot remember it.
It was on food security.
Yes, food insecurity. Yeah.
Food insecurity, sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, food insecurity. Can you hear me?
Yes. Sorry for that. The network was hiccuping.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? On the food security, that is one of the agenda that was championed. Actually, it's championed even by the constitutions. The Constitution of Kenya focuses on food security, is also part and parcel of the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, which are
Yeah.
which are stipulated even by the Constitution, even in the KNBS, Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, whereby food should be secure to the populace. And matters to do with food security, we've seen sometimes people going hungry, sleeping hungry. Yeah. So, what do you think are the reasons why people are sleeping hungry? That they are food insecure?
Well, Mr. Karuga, let me clarify on this issue of food insecurity.
Yes.
Find out in the
Let me
current.
interject, Mr. Clinton. Let me interject just a little bit. We have Candy Bill. Candy Bill is saying that we should talk about the current drought. Places like Trans Nzoia will not produce enough maize to feed us, so we expect flour to rise. You can respond to Candy Bill.
Candy Bill is asking the current drought, places like Trans Nzoia will not produce any maize.
Yes.
Oh, okay. First, before I answer your question, Mr. Candy Bill, let me first articulate on this matter of food insecurity. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can hear you. I think Mr. Candy Bill, I think he can hear you.
Okay, let me articulate on this matter of food insecurity. First, we find one of the major reasons that we have food insecurity. You
Yes.
find that these farmers, the local farmers, are not motivated by the government. Which kind of motivation am I talking about? I'm talking about motivations in terms of the incentives, whereby now you find the government. does not motivate this local farmer to continue producing more goods that can be consumed within the country. So you find when the government increases tax, so you find this issue it can bring an effect even to the local farmer who is trying to come up with ways in which he can improve the provision of goods in terms of the quality. Sorry,
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
there is a technical issue from your end.
Yes, it's sorted. It is solved.
Or it has been sorted.
Yes.
So I was saying there is a lack of incentive to the farmer. The government should give incentive to the farmer to produce more goods. So you find when the farmer is not motivated, the farmer have an alternative way of maybe coming up. Maybe it can now be switched from farming into any other business opportunity. And another reasons where the reason another second reason that we have food insecurity is because unfavorable weather conditions.
Yes.
So you find when you go to northeastern parts of Kenya, it's a hot and dry climate. It is
Yes.
very hot. You find we have a minimal rain.
Yes.
So if in a year they rarely see rain in those regions. So when you find in most of the parts of Kenya, the farming is not being practiced. And the kind of population in Kenya it is too high. So now you find the amount of food that is produced is not enough to sustain the current population. Uh,
Yes.
so, so now you have a scenario whereby a lot of people are depending on the small quantity of food that is being produced. Now, if you can flashback to what I said on in terms of when you have high demand but now less supply. Now, when you
Yes.
link up you find the supply of food in terms of the agricultural products, the maize, which is highly consumed in Kenya. Now, when you find many uh, the production is too low, but now the demand is high. What do you think can happen? Now, this can lead to increase of prices. For instance, now you find 1 kg of maize, it cost around 130 shillings, and you see that amount is too high. It is too high for the for the most of the Kenyans. And remember back in 2017, in 2016, in 2015, the cost of 1 kg of maize was around even 50 shillings, 60 shillings. So when there is a very high increase in terms of the cost of maize. So they when you have such a problem, it can affect the way people now consume these products. They tend to go for those products that are cheaper in one way or another. And you find most of these products that are usually cheaper, you find the quality of these products is not such high. Because I remember for a healthy human being should not only consume products that are cheaper, but also consume quality products. Another one of the things that also brings food insecurity
Okay.
is the you see the local farmers are still using the how we can call them the traditional technologies. You find they once the system of now going to in terms of now putting their plans into action when they go to now to the farm to cultivate farm, to prepare the farm. They usually use the traditional technology system. So we find this issue is affecting the produce in terms of the quantity of the number of maize that can be produced when you use modern way technologies compared to the traditional way technologies. You find if now these farmers can shift from traditional to modern way of technology, the produce um, increase. One way, another reason that we have food insecurity is basically lack of irrigation system. Now, when you go those areas where it is hot and dry, you see if we had an alternative way of coming up with an irrigation system whereby water can be supplied into those areas so that we can manage drought and come up in a way that we can support agricultural practices in those areas.
Yes.
So you find these issues that I have articulated. If maybe the government can come up with a way of dealing with those issues,
Yes.
the problem of food security can be solved. Thank you.
All right. That's a good way of explanation. I think that is. I think we are going to come to the end of the discussion regarding Western Kenya, how Western Kenya, the rise and the fall and rise of Western Kenya. We understand that there is still hope that they can be able to revive their industries. They can be able to go back to come to their steps. Yeah, let them keep their heads high and yeah. So for our viewers, you can engage us on the comment section. Tell us the ways that we can help, or the how ways that the government can help or come and chip in to help chip in and help the Western region to revive their economy. So I has been Cleme Karuga, and our guest has been
Clinton Obaga.
yeah Clinton Obaga, CPA economist. So we are going to talk about more about these issues. We're going to dissect them. Thank you for your view. Maybe make sure you subscribe, you share, and also you comment, react on the comment section. Yeah, see you.
Thank you.